My boyfriend stated, "We need to take a step back. I'm not ready for serious." After 3 years together, I said, "Let's take that step." Then I took several steps back to 0. His voicemail, "I didn't mean break up," came too late. 29 female. Got the text at 4:47 p.m. on a Thursday. 3 years together. 3 years. "Hey, been thinking a lot lately. We need to take a step back. I'm not ready for serious right now. Need to figure some things out." Sat there staring at my phone in the office break room. My coffee went cold. Didn't even notice. Not ready for serious. After him practically living in my apartment 6 nights a week for 2 years. After meeting both sets of parents. After I held his hand during his father's triple bypass surgery, staying up all night in that hospital waiting room when Charles Martinez was only 58, but stress and genetics don't check your calendar. Not ready for serious. Typed back, "Understood, let's take that step." Finished my shift on autopilot, got home around 7. His stuff was everywhere. Gaming set up in my living room, clothes taking up half my closet, that protein powder collection covering my kitchen counter, his work laptop permanently stationed at my dining table. 3 years of Bryan Martinez gradually moving in without actually moving in. Called my friend who runs a storage company. "Need a unit. Big one. Tomorrow morning." Okay. What's going on, Harper?" "Boyfriend just pulled the need space card. His stuff's got to go." "Maybe sleep on it?" "Nah, I'm good. How much for a 10x10? $140 a month. First month free with annual lease." "Perfect, I'll take it." Showed up at 9 Friday morning with my SUV and my brother's truck. Spent 8 hours packing. Every single thing that was Bryan's. The gaming chair, the ridiculous sound system he insisted we needed, $450 worth of supplements still unopened. His clothes, his shoes, that collection of sneakers he never wore but couldn't part with. Even grabbed stuff he'd probably forgotten about. Old contacts in the bathroom drawer, phone chargers everywhere, that cookbook he bought during his brief healthy eating phase. Everything went in boxes. Loaded both vehicles, drove to the storage unit, unloaded everything, took photos of it all neatly arranged inside, locked it up. Got home by 6. Apartment looked empty. Good. Changed the locks at 7. Locksmith charged $320. Worth every penny. He texted around 8:30. "Hey, want to grab dinner?" "Can't. Busy." "Tomorrow then. We should talk." "About what?" "About us? About what I said?" "You said you need space. I'm giving you space." "I meant emotionally, not physically. LOL. Everything you own is in a storage unit on Riverside, Unit 247. Here's the address and code. Rent's paid through next month." 3 dots appeared. Disappeared. Appeared again. "What the hell? You moved my stuff out?" "You said step back. Can't get more step back than separate living situations." "I didn't mean break up." "Then you should have been clearer. You're not ready for serious. I get it. Storage unit gives you time to figure things out." "This is insane." "No, this is respecting your boundaries." My phone rang. Let it go to voicemail. Rang again, 16 times in 3 hours. Finally listened to the voicemails around 11. First one, "Okay, what the actual hell? Call me back right now." Fourth one, "You're being ridiculous. I just needed some breathing room." 10th one, "Fine, be petty, but you're going to regret this." Last one, him crying, "I didn't mean it like this." Deleted them all. Went to bed. Here's the thing nobody tells you about making big decisions when you're hurt. The doubt creeps in around day 3. Sitting in Dr. Richardson's office the following Tuesday, I'm questioning everything. "Maybe I overreacted," I told her. 3 years is a long time to throw away over a text. "Tell me about the pattern," she said. "This feeling of being uncertain about your place in his life." That hit different. The late-night texts with Jordan from his work. Always, just work stuff. But who discusses quarterly reports at 11 p.m.? The way he'd go quiet when I brought up our future. The fact that we'd been together 3 years and I was still introducing him as my boyfriend because he'd never wanted to talk about next steps. I think I've been his safe harbor, I said. The reliable choice while he figured out what he really wanted. Dr. Richardson nodded. How does that make you feel? Like I don't want to be someone's backup plan anymore. That weekend, the entitlement started. Saturday morning, he showed up at my building, buzzed up. We need to talk. No, we don't. Let me in. You're not ready for serious. Serious would be having access to my apartment. Stop throwing my words back at me. I'm just respecting what you said. He stayed in the lobby for an hour. Building manager eventually asked him to leave. His sister Melissa started blowing up my phone Tuesday. Ignored every call. She left voicemails. Harper, he's a mess. He didn't mean to break up. Why are you being like this? You know how rare it is to find someone you connect with, and you're throwing it away? He made one mistake. Blocked her number. Wednesday, I get added to a group text. His sister, his mother Catherine, his best friend, and 2 of his cousins. 5 people. Melissa Martinez. Family meeting. You need to understand what you're doing to him. Catherine Martinez. He hasn't eaten in days. He's depressed. His cousin. 3 years, and you bail over a text. Cold-blooded. I read every message, 19 in total, then replied once. He told me he wasn't ready for serious after 3 years. I believed him. That's it. Left the group chat. Catherine called from a different number. Made the mistake of answering. You need to stop this childish behavior. Ma'am, your son. Don't ma'am me. He loves you. He made a small mistake and you're punishing him. It wasn't small to me. He was scared. You. Don't throw away a relationship because someone gets scared. He didn't say he was scared. He said he wasn't ready. Big difference. You're being cruel. I'm being honest. Hung up. Blocked that number too. The interesting thing about boundaries is how quickly people show you who they really are when you actually enforce them. Thursday night, someone knocked on my door. Looked through the peephole. His father, Charles. Didn't open it. Harper, I know you're in there. Your car is outside. Silence. I'm not leaving until we talk. 20 minutes later, he left. Smart man. Probably realized his son's mess wasn't worth trespassing charges. Friday afternoon, my boss called me into her office. My stomach dropped. Got an interesting call today from someone claiming to be your boyfriend's mother. She said you're having a breakdown, that you're not yourself, asked if I'd noticed any concerning behavior. Oh, hell! She held up her hand. I told her I couldn't discuss employees with third parties, but I need to know. Is there something going on I should be aware of? My boyfriend and I broke up 3 weeks ago. He asked for space. His family isn't handling it well. They trying to get you in trouble at work? Apparently. She nodded slowly. If anyone contacts this office again, I'm documenting it as harassment. That help? Yes, ma'am. Thank you. Good. Now get back to work. But the real chaos started Saturday. Was at Target when I heard, "Oh my God, you have some nerve." Jordan Walsh, cart blocking my path. Interesting timing, considering she worked with Bryan and somehow knew my shopping schedule. Excuse me? No, I won't excuse you. Do you have any idea what you've done? Moved on with my life? He's falling apart. He lost 15 pounds. He can't concentrate at work. That's unfortunate. Unfortunate? That's all you have to say? What do you want me to say? That you'll talk to him, that you'll fix this. He told me he wasn't ready. I respected that. He didn't mean it like that. Then he should have used different words. You're such a... Maybe, but I'm an honest one. Paid for my stuff and left. She followed me to my car. You know what? He was right about you. You are emotionally unavailable. That stopped me. Excuse me? He said you never really opened up, never shared your real feelings. That's why he needed space. So he needed space from someone who doesn't share feelings by dating me for 3 years? People can change. Yeah, they can, which is why I changed my locks. Drove off, watched her in my rear view standing there. The same woman who'd been texting Bryan every night for months. Workplace discussions about quarterly reports? Sure. Got home to find my car had been keyed. Driver side, long scratch from front door to back. Deep, too. Security cameras in the parking garage caught it all. Bryan Martinez, 2:47 p.m. While I was inside Target, walking up with keys in hand, dragging them across my paint, filed a police report, $900 damage estimate. Called him from the station. He answered on the first ring. Oh, thank God You keyed my car. Silence. I have video footage, filing charges. I was angry. You moved all my stuff like I was nothing. And now you're paying for a paint job. Officer will be contacting you. Wait, please don't. Hung up. Catherine called 15 minutes later, screaming about how I was destroying her baby's life and that keying a car isn't even a real crime. It's criminal mischief, misdemeanor. He'll probably get probation and a fine. Over a scratch? Over property damage, he made his choice. Blocked that number too. Sunday was quiet, too quiet, like the calm before lawyers get involved. Monday morning, letter in the mail. Law office return address. Opened it. Demand letter from his attorney. He's requesting return of all gifts given during relationship. Estimated value, $3,800. Compensation for emotional distress, $5,000. Reimbursement for utilities and groceries, $1,200. Total, $12,000. Actually laughed, called my friend who's a paralegal. This is garbage, she said. He was never on your lease. Gifts aren't returnable. And emotional distress for a breakup he initiated? Judge will toss this in 5 seconds. So I should ignore it? Hell no. Get a lawyer. Send a response. This is harassment. Hired a lawyer Tuesday morning. Cost me $1,200 for a retainer. Worth it. Her response was beautiful. Client respectfully declines all demands. No legal basis exists for return of gifts. Ex-boyfriend was never a tenant and has no claim to reimbursements. Emotional distress claims for standard relationship termination are frivolous. Recommend dropping this matter or we will countersue for malicious prosecution and seek attorney's fees. Sent Thursday. Radio silence until Saturday. Then his lawyer called my lawyer. Apparently, he's dropping everything except wants his belongings back that have sentimental value. My lawyer, she documented everything in the storage unit. What else does he claim is missing? His lawyer. Family photo, grandfather's watch, and a laptop. My lawyer. Photo and watch are in storage. Client confirms she documented everything. Laptop was his and is also in storage. He has the code. His lawyer. He says he's afraid to go alone. My lawyer. Not our client's problem. Conversation ended, but here's where Jordan got creative. Wednesday, she tried a new approach. Showed up at my gym. Can we talk, please? How did you know I'd be here? Bryan told me this is your gym. So you're stalking me now? No, he's not doing well. Really not doing well. And you could fix this. Just talk to him. Why would I do that? Because you loved him. Loved. Past tense. You're really just done? After 3 years? He was done first. I'm just accepting it. He wasn't done. He was scared. Scared of what? Me. Of commitment, of marriage, of everything moving too fast. That hit. Different. What? She looked uncomfortable. He He might have heard you were thinking about engagement rings. My stomach dropped. Who told him that? Does it matter? It does. Someone saw you at that jewelry store downtown. I had been looking at rings 6 months before the breakup, not to buy, just to dream, to see what was out there. When that was $800 for a simple solitaire I'd screenshot and saved to my phone. So he heard I might be thinking about our future and decided he wasn't ready for serious instead of just talking to me about it. Jordan looked away. He panicked. He panicked and decided to see if the grass was greener. That's exactly what this is. Left her standing there. Canceled my gym membership that night. Joined a different one across town. Friday evening, got a call from a number I didn't recognize. Against my better judgment, answered. Hello. Hey, it's Trevor, from Bryan's work. Don't care. Wait, just hear me out. He's really struggling. Missing deadlines, can't focus. Good. Consequences. That's harsh. Who are you to him? Pause. A friend. Just a friend. Right. Because I checked his phone records before the breakup. You know who texted him the most after work hours? Longer pause. We work on projects together. At 11 p.m.? Cool. You comfort him then. Hung up. Checked his social media from a fake account. He'd posted a long rant about toxic femininity and women who can't handle mature conversations about relationship needs. Comments were split, half agreeing with him, half asking what actually happened. One comment from his cousin. She moved all his stuff out like he was trash, over one text. Someone replied, what did the text say? His cousin. That he needed space to think. Random person. And she gave him space. What's the problem? His cousin. Not that kind of space. Random person. Maybe he should have been clearer. Then he deleted the whole post an hour later. Interesting. Back in Dr. Richardson's office Thursday, I'm processing the ring revelation. He heard I might be thinking about engagement after 3 years together, and his response was to ask for space instead of having a conversation. I said, how does that make you feel? Like I dodged a bullet. If he can't handle the idea of commitment after 3 years, what happens when real life hits? Kids, mortgages, his dad's health scare? You mentioned his father's surgery earlier. Triple bypass, I was there. Held his hand in the waiting room for 8 hours. Never left. His mom was falling apart, so I handled the insurance calls coordinated with his siblings. That's what partners do. And how did he respond to your support? Grateful, said he couldn't have gotten through it without me, but apparently that level of partnership scared him when it came to making it official. What does that tell you about his readiness for the kind of relationship you want? That he wants the benefits without the commitment. Someone to show up during the crisis, but not someone worth building a future with. Something clicked. The pattern wasn't just about fear of commitment. It was about wanting to keep his options open. Saturday, his sister tried one last time. Showed up with coffee and pastries. Peace offering? Don't want it. 5 minutes, please. Why? Because he's my brother and he's hurting and you could fix it. I'm not a repair service. That's not what I meant. He said he wasn't ready, but if he meant something else, that's on him. You're being stubborn. I'm being consistent. He wants you back. Should have thought about that before sending the text. People make mistakes when they're scared. Then they live with the consequences. Her face got hard. You're going to regret this. Maybe, but I doubt it. She left the coffee and pastries on my doorstep, threw them away, noticed she'd also left something else, a handwritten note. He's been talking to someone else. I thought you should know. Someone who cares. Anonymous. But the handwriting looked familiar. Took a photo, compared it to old birthday cards from Bryan's family. Not Melissa's handwriting, not Catherine's either. Someone else was watching this situation play out. Sunday morning, my sister called. Melissa Martinez just sent me a long message about you. What did it say? That you're being abusive and controlling. That you isolated him and now you're punishing him for trying to set boundaries. And you believe that? Hell no. Just wanted to give you a heads up. She's reaching out to everyone. Appreciate it. Got 11 similar messages from various friends over the next 2 days, all saying she'd reached out claiming I was the bad guy. Sent one response to all of them. He texted me after 3 years saying he wasn't ready for serious. I respected that and moved his stuff out. He's mad I didn't fight for him. That's the story. Most people stopped asking questions after that. But Catherine tried one final play. Showed up at my parents' house Tuesday evening. My mom called me. Bryan's mother is in my driveway. She won't leave until I make you see reason. Call the cops. You sure? Yeah, she's trespassing. Mom called the police. Catherine left before they arrived, but they documented it. That night, sent one final text from a new number. Stop contacting me, my family, my friends, and my workplace. Stop showing up places. This is your only warning. Next contact results in a restraining order. Response came immediately. Who is this? You know who. This is over. Accept it. It's not over until I say it's over. Screenshot that. Sent it to my lawyer. Perfect. File tomorrow if needed. Didn't hear anything for 5 days. Then Friday afternoon, the bomb dropped. Jordan posted on social media, her and Bryan at some restaurant. Caption, finally ready to be serious. Stared at that for a solid minute. Then I laughed, actually laughed. Texted my sister. Called it. Called what? Sent her the screenshot. Wow, that's the coworker? Yep. How long you think that was happening? Before the breakup, for sure. You don't move that fast unless groundwork was already laid. Jordan texted me an hour later. Before you hear it from someone else. Already saw it. It's not what it looks like. Don't care what it looks like. They only started dating after. Save it for someone who believes in coincidences. Blocked her. The funniest part? Melissa called from yet another number that night. Answered just to hear what excuse they'd come up with. I know what you're thinking. That I was right about her the whole time. It's not like that. She was emotionally vulnerable and he took advantage. He texted me wanting space so he could test drive her without officially cheating. I get it. That's not true. Then why did he need space? Why not ready for serious after 3 years? Because he wanted to see if the grass was greener. Long silence. Turns out it wasn't. Melissa finally said, he's not what she thought. That's unfortunate. He wants to talk to you. He realizes he made a mistake. Mistake was waiting 3 years to show me who he really is. Can you please just... No. Hung up. Catherine tried Sunday morning. Different number again. These people collected phone numbers like some people collect stamps. I hope you're happy. You broke him. He broke himself. That woman took advantage of his vulnerability, and you let it happen. I didn't let anything happen. He made choices. He was confused. He thought you were going to propose, and he panicked and made bad decisions. Interesting theory. So you admit he was scared. Doesn't change anything. He said he wasn't ready. He was right. He wasn't ready for me. He was ready for her. He hates her. He wants you. Doesn't matter what he wants anymore. You're cruel. I'm honest. There's a difference. Blocked that number too. Got one last message Tuesday night from him. New number, of course. I know you probably hate me now. I know I ruined everything. I know you were thinking about our future, and I freaked out. I know I handled it in literally the worst way possible. I know I'm with someone else now, and that makes everything worse. But I need you to know that it was all a mistake. She was a mistake. The text was a mistake. All of it. You were right about her. You were right about everything. I'm so sorry. I miss you. I miss us. Please, can we just talk? Read it 3 times. Then replied, you wanted to take a step back. I took several steps back to 0. Your voicemail saying you didn't mean breakup came too late. You made your choice. Live with it. Blocked the number. Changed my number Wednesday. Fresh start. Only gave it to people who actually matter. Dr. Richardson and I had our final session Thursday. How are you feeling about closure? She asked. Like I finally understand the difference between someone who's scared of commitment and someone who's just not that committed to you specifically. Explain that distinction. If he'd been scared, he would have talked to me, said, hey, I heard you might be thinking about rings, and that terrifies me. Can we slow down? Instead, he asked for space and immediately started exploring other options. That's not fear, that's shopping around. And how does recognizing that pattern change how you'll approach relationships in the future? I won't be anyone's placeholder again, and I won't interpret mixed signals as depth. When someone shows you they're uncertain about you, believe them. What about forgiveness? I can forgive someone for being scared. I can't forgive someone for treating me like a backup plan while they tested other waters. There's a difference. You sound at peace with that distinction. I am. It took 8 weeks, but I got there. Ran into him yesterday. Same target, different time. He saw me first, walked right up. Hey! Kept walking. Please, just 1 minute. Turned around. What? I'm sorry for everything. I was wrong about all of it. Okay. Is that all you're going to say? What else is there to say? That you forgive me? That we can try again? I don't forgive you. And no, we can't. His eyes got wet. Why not? Because you waited until I was right about Jordan to decide I was worth keeping. That's not love. That's convenience. That's not fair. You texted me after 3 years saying you weren't ready for serious, then got with her 2 weeks later. Nothing about this has been fair. I made a mistake. Yeah, you did. And you got exactly what you asked for. Space. Permanent space. Walked away. He didn't follow this time. Got home and just sat there, waiting for regret or sadness or something. But it never came. 3 years feels like a lot. But you know what feels worse? 3 years and 1 day with the wrong person. Or 4 years. Or 10 years and a divorce. He showed me who he was. Took me 8 weeks to fully believe him. But I got there. The trash took itself out. I just made sure the locks were changed before it tried to come back. My sister asked last night if I'm ready to date again. Not really. Still hung up? No. Just done making someone a priority who made me an option. That's the thing nobody tells you about getting older. Sometimes the win isn't finding someone new. It's recognizing when to walk away from someone old. He chose to see if something else was better. Found out it wasn't. Now he wants to come back. But the thing about burned bridges, they don't unburn just because the other side looks worse now. 3 years taught me something important. Words mean things. Actions mean more. And when someone tells you they're not ready, believe them the first time. I did, and I'm better off for it. Storage unit rent ends next week. Whatever he hasn't picked up by then gets donated. His problem, not mine. Changed my gym, my grocery store, my route to work. Not because I'm afraid of running into him, because I'm done with all the places that remind me of someone who wasn't sure about me. My apartment doesn't smell like his protein shakes anymore. Smells like my candles and whatever I want it to smell like. That anonymous note I got, found out it was from Jordan's roommate. Turns out she'd been watching this whole situation unfold and felt guilty about her part in it. Jordan had been talking about Bryan for months before my breakup, planning, strategizing, waiting for her moment. The roommate felt bad enough to warn me, but not bad enough to stop it from happening. I respect that level of honest selfishness. At least she was upfront about her limitations. Funny thing about clarity. Once you get it, you can't unsee the patterns. Bryan wasn't scared of commitment. He was scared of committing to the wrong person. Problem was, he couldn't figure out who the right person was without testing his options first. I just refused to be part of his comparison shopping experience. Dr. Richardson was right about one thing. Recognizing my attachment style helped. I used to think being the reliable one, the safe harbor, was a strength. Turns out it can also be a trap. Some people will keep you around as their emotional insurance policy while they take risks with other people. Not anymore. Next time someone tells me they need space, I'll give them so much space they'll need GPS to find their way back. And I probably won't leave the door open while they're looking. That's enough for now.